The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup.
Good evening and welcome to the Alleged News. We start our broadcast on a somber note. Late last night, our good friend and colleague Evan Mitt was found unconscious in the studios. Thank goodness first responders got there in time to respond. And we're pleased to report that Evan is responding favorably. He joins us now to tell us about this traumatic experience. I thought I was a goner, but I managed to call 911 before I blacked out. That was some quick thinking, thank goodness. The ambulance got there just in time. Is that a German Shepherd driving that ambulance? I thought dogs like to use you as a chew toy. Yes, he was conflicted, but he did his job like a professional. He even carried me from the ambulance to the emergency room. All that dog slobber finally brought me around. So tell us, do you remember anything? What I can tell you is that I was attacked. It was the Rizzler. I think you've been watching too many Batman movies. No, not the Riddler, the Rizzler. He was on the Daytona 500 coverage on Fox. So why do you think it was the Rizzler? Did you see him? No, I didn't see him, but I know it was him. What would be his motive? It was a hate crime. How do you know? He hates me. Why? Professional jealousy. Still, you can't just accuse people like this. Oh, it was him. Well, if you say so. So how you doing now, Evan? You know what would make me feel better? A big NASCAR crash. And we just happen to have one for you, Evan. I tell you, Evan, we were getting to the end of the race. All the crashes were duds. And then our boy, Ryan Preece, came through with the wheelie. The wheelie. That Ryan Preece has got bad luck at Daytona. Boy, you're not kidding, Evan. Ryan gave us that spectacular crash at the 2023 RC Cola 400. That guy reminds me of the Hee Haw song.
If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair, and agony on me.
And we realize not everyone is a NASCAR fan, so we're going to bring you something different tonight. Behind the scenes NASCAR. The drama is nearly as bad as those Real Housewives shows. So let's turn it over to our behind-the-scenes reporter, Burt Bacharach. Thank you, Slick. You are behind the scenes at NASCAR with Burt Bacharach. Let's dial up veteran driver Kyle Larson, driving the number 5 Chevy Nova. You got a copy, Kevin? 10-4? Right back at you, Kirby. No one's gonna kiss your grandma after you've kissed her with that mouth. 10-4. That boy is surely sitting on some hemorrhoids. Well, this has been Behind the Scenes at NASCAR with Burt Bacharach, speaking to foul-mouthed driver Kyle Larson. 10-4. Well, that was terrific, Burt. Keep up the good work. And that's it from here. Hey, Slick, you spent a lot of time on NASCAR, but you didn't even tell us who won the race. This was the Daytona 500. Because, Skip, anyone who doesn't already know by now doesn't care. This year's winner of the Daytona 500 was William Byron, picking up his second victory in a row in his number 24 Chrysler Cordoba. There's one other thing, Slick. I was hoping you'd talk about the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special. Why? I was inspired to create the Alleged News based on the original Weekend Update with Chevy Chase. Was hoping we could follow in his footsteps. Yeah, well, they gave him a sign. You want a sign? No, I don't care. But I'll tell you what, if you put up a sign, I'll do a Chevy Chase joke for you. Nice. Okay then. And lastly this evening, yesterday in Washington, Vice President J.D. Vance, Senators Chuck Schumer, Amy Klobuchar, and John Thune. Back to you. You know, Chevy has a piece of paper, and when he's done with that joke, he tosses it. We couldn't afford the prop. Back to you, Skip. Well, that's all the time we have tonight on the Midnight Hour, except for a little bit reserved for those amazing dogs. Tonight we have police dogs. Here's a preview. And thanks for listening in. I'm your host, as always, Skip Townsend, on the Townsend Radio Network.